Good evening. With the Ghana Learning Channel's News in Capsule for Tuesday, August 10, 2021, I am Kingsley Bryan. Here's a look at some of the top stories we will be covering this evening. We'll tell you that the Petroleum Exploration and Production Bill was passed, paving the way for the Gas to Shore Energy Project. The Natural Resource Fund now stands at US $400 million, according to Minister Barrett. He says that's after 7 lifts of Guyana's oil. Then, the government issues order to acquire gas to shore land, and that is to be used to construct the $900 million US gas to shore project. Also, the Because We Care launched in Region 1. The Prime Minister led the team to oversee the distributions. Then we'll tell you the 25 Influential Women Leaders Awards returns, event to be held at the ACCC on October 23. And in news from the region, former Antiguan Prime Minister dies at 83 years old, hailed as a great son of the soil. And on the international scene, Singapore's airport loses first-rank status. Doha's Hamad International Airport takes the spot. And now for the news in detail. The National Assembly on Monday evening passed the Petroleum Exploration and Production Amendment Bill during the 31st sitting of the 12th Parliament. Minister of Natural Resources Vikram Bharat says the bill will pave the way for the government's Gas to Shore energy project. This, he said, is one of the most important projects for development, which allows and ensures that every Guyanese benefit from the oil and gas sector. The minister said the project is expected to see the cost of energy reduced by 50%, as the current cost of energy generation is prohibitive. Minister Bharat said the reduction in energy costs and ultimately the cost of electricity will put money back into people's pockets. The bill seeks to amend Section 52 of the Petroleum Exploration and Production Act, Chapter 6504. This section deals with restrictions on rights of licensees and surface rights. It also makes amendments which speak to work done by a petroleum licensee in aid of its operations on state land, government land, or land otherwise controlled or under the management of the government of Guyana. It allows the minister to grant permission to the licensee to land, install, or operate any pipelines or submarine, fiber optic cable, or terrestrial cables, or similar infrastructure. The Natural Resources Minister also said the bill would allow for the laying of the fiber optic cable, another important project. The fiber optic cable would provide connectivity, which would allow the government to monitor offshore operations. Several members of government voiced their support for the bill, which was debated for over hours in the National Assembly before being read for the third time and passed. And we'll tell you as well on Monday that Minister of Natural Resources, the Honorable Vikram Bharat, revealed during that sitting of the National Assembly that since its oil lift in February 2020, Ghana has now a total of 7 lifts, and the Natural Resources Fund, where all the oil revenue is kept, now stands at over $400 million US. The minister made the disclosure during the debate to amend the Petroleum Act. Minister Barrett said that the government has not spent a single cent of that sum, as it first seeks to put in place measures for greater accountability. Some 1,047,820 barrels of oil were lifted from the Liza Destiny with a value of $79 million US, with a grand total to date of 7 million barrels of oil, which earned $388 million US. And the government of Ghana has issued an order to compulsorily acquire land that will be used to construct the US $900 million gas to shore project and lay the gas pipeline for Nouvelle Flanders on the west coast of Demerara to Canal No. 1 public road on the west bank of Demerara. The gazetted order, which was made by Public Works Minister, the Honorable Juan Edgell, on August 6, is in keeping with the Acquisition of Lands for Public Purposes Act, Chapter 6205. In the first instance, it describes the proposed gas pipeline route as public work. The order also authorizes the Commission of the Ghana Lands and Surveys Commission to inspect the land together with agents or workmen for the purposes of surveying the land. It also contains details of this land, which has been identified on a plan from the Surveys Division of the Ghana Lands and Surveys. Included in these details are the coordinates of the project, which starts at the foreshore of Nouvelle Flanders with a 30-meter corridor. The main objective of the initiative is to transport sufficient gas from the Stabroek Block's petroleum operation to supply some 200 to 250 megawatts of energy to the national grid, leading to a significant reduction in electricity costs. A number of factors including geotechnical, geophysical, and environmental were examined, and government had settled on Wales to land the pipelines for the project. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Mark Phillips, who has responsibility for the energy sector, had previously said that the government was looking to produce 200 megawatts of power from the Gas to Shore project by 2024. And we'll tell you that hundreds of parents in Region 1 are now benefiting from the government's Because We Care cash grant initiative, which has officially been launched in the region. The exercise was led by Prime Minister Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips, along with Minister of Local Government and Regional Development Nigel Darmalal, Minister of Housing and Water, the Honorable Colin Crowell, and Minister of Marine Affairs, the Honorable Pauline Sukai. Minister Darmalal, for his part, said that the event is a fulfillment of government's manifesto promise, and he hoped the monies would be used wisely. He visited Sibai and Canal primary schools. The minister also encouraged teachers to get vaccinated so they could encourage their students to go out in September. He noted that the region has 635 teachers, yet only 209 had been vaccinated as of July 28. Some 172,000 students in the public education system, from nursery to secondary, will receive $19,000, with the total amounting to over $3.2 billion. And the 25 Influential Women Leaders Awards, the 25 IWLA, returns after a hiatus occasioned by the challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic. The award celebration will be held at the Arthur Chung Convention Center as a vaccinated-only event on Saturday, October 23, 2021. These prestigious awards were inaugurated in 2019 by the dynamic team of female leaders and entrepreneurs in their own right. Michelle A. Nicholas of the Nico Consulting Inc. and Lindell Danzy Black of Cerulean Incorporated. The unique award turns the spotlight on women, with 25 awardees being honored for their passion and commitment to uplifting the business sector, their communities, and society. And in sports, 7 Caribbean nations appear on the final medal table from the Tokyo Summer Olympic Games, which ended in Tokyo on Sunday, with Cuba topping the list. The Spanish-speaking Caribbean island won 15 medals as Caribbean nations finished with 15 gold, 7 silver, and 9 bronze medals. For the Cubans, their gold came in boxing through Andy Cruz, Julio La Cruz, Harlan Lopez, and Roniel Iglesias, along with 3 gold medal performances in rowing, allowing them to end in 14th place on the overall medal table. The other Caribbean nations on the medal table were Jamaica, the Bahamas, Bermuda, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and Grenada. All but one of the medals won by this group of countries came in athletic. Gold medal winners Elaine Thompson-Herah and Hansel Parchment of Jamaica, Shawnee Miller-Weibo and Stephen Gardner of the Bahamas, along with Puerto Rican Jasmine Camacho-Quinn, all made history. And in news from the region, former Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, Sir Lester Bird, has died. He was 83 years old. The island's office of the Prime Minister confirmed that Bird passed away around 6 o'clock on Monday morning. The office of the Prime Minister said all flags across Antigua and Barbuda will be flown at half-mast and that Bird will be given a state funeral. Prime Minister Gaston Brown commented, open quote, "Sincerest condolences to the family of our national hero, Sir Lester, who transitioned to the great beyond earlier Monday morning." Sir Lester was a great son of the soil who contributed significantly to the socio-economic development of our nation. May his soul rest in peace and rise in glory, end of quote. Just a few months ago, Bird had a leg amputated after his toe became infected. The island's major hospital was renamed the Sir Lester Bird Mount St. John Medical Center after his stay there. And that story was extracted and modified from Caribbean Loop News. And turn our attention to the international scene. For the first time in nearly a decade, Singapore's Changi Airport has lost its place at the top of Skytrax's annual ranking of the world's best airports at the World Airport Awards. Doha's Ahmad International Airport, which has been climbing the ranks for years, has been rewarded with the #1 spot in the 2021 World's Best Airport category. This year, Changi's placed third, an achievement for other airports, but perhaps not from the perspective of its superfans, who regularly praise the airport's ease, comfort, and top-notch food and drink options. Doha's ascendance coincides with hard work from its flagship airline, Qatar Airways. The Qatari government has invested heavily in both its national carrier and its airport, with pretty spectacular results. Travelers in Qatar Airways who have a connecting flight at Hamad International can enjoy free city tours, gratis accommodation and food depending on the length of the layover, and a VIP transfer service where airline employees meet visitors as they deplane and guide them seamlessly to the airport and onto their connecting flight. Airports in Europe and Asia dominated the rest of the 21 list. Japan was voted best-rated country overall, with 3 airports in the top 10, including both of Tokyo's airports, Narita and Haneda. The World Airports Awards are voted for by customers in a global airport satisfaction survey conducted from August 2020 until July 2021. And that's our news broadcast for Tuesday, August 10, 2021. Please join us for a rebroadcast tomorrow morning. On behalf of myself and technical teams, thanks for watching. Please join us for our regular programming. Also, remember to observe all the necessary precautionary methods to fight off COVID-19. We're all in this together. Have a good evening.